Is it gonna do the thing?
Definitely off the Wi-Fi. Off the Wi-Fi now, right?
Yeah. Oh. Why is that still live? Delete that forever. Am I back? Am I back? Save. Am I back? Hello? Hello? Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Can you tell? Music? Working? Seems good. Did I figure out how to make... No, turn off reactions. Gamer? Smooth as a 21-year-old? Nice. Nice. I moved... That's an extreme shadow. I moved the camera. I don't know if I like it or not. What's up? Happy Monday, everyone. How are you? Wait, no, it's Tuesday. Clean Gorgon. It's Tuesday. Should I zoom in a little bit? I moved the camera slightly farther back. A slightly different angle. What's up? What's up, everybody? Dark, William, Joey, Corsair, Nania, Clean Gorgon, Angel, Dead by Dawn, Mr. Oddity. Okay. Hoo-wee. How's the music level, by the way? It sounds really loud to me, but highly possible if I turn it down for myself, you guys can still hear it, hopefully. I have very sensitive ears. Tuesday feeling like a Monday. That's relatable. Do I need to turn the light up a little? Maybe. Is there music playing? You can't hear it? Should I turn it up for you? Ooh. How's that? Can you hear it now? What's the split today? Well, today's my day off. Hey, Anna. Hey, Kevin. Can you hear the music now? Good. Okay. Let me do my intro. Let me do my intro. Intro time. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Thanks for being here. It's your girl, Terrible Hime, checking in from my home gym in my basement. If you are new here, my name is Chris, and I am a fitness enthusiast, self-proclaimed bodybuilder, and I like to grow big muscles. I've been lifting weight for about 10 years. And at one point I was also a certified personal trainer, but no longer. I love talking about all things fitness and nutrition. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them at any point throughout the stream. If you are watching the VOD after the fact, thank you so much. I super appreciate you. It really does help me. You can leave any questions in the comment section. On this channel, I try to provide an inclusive and welcoming environment for all people, no matter your fitness level, goals, or body composition. I already said that part. Last but not least, if you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. You can turn on notifications so you never miss out on a future live stream or video. You can leave a thumbs up if you like the video, a thumbs down if you dislike the video, but either way, it helps me with my fight against the algorithm. I would like to remind you not to put more than 2 emotes in chat at a time because YouTube is very strict about their spam filters, okay? So be careful. And I also would like to remind you that There are links in the video's description if you want to come to the Discord, if you want to follow me on my other social media platforms, if you're looking for some supplements, some athletic clothing, other stuff like that, check it out in the description. Yeah, that was it. That was the intro. I need a tissue. I'll be right back. I need a tissue. Okay. Seems a good level. Okay, thank you. Hey, Owen, good to see you. Kevin White, this is for you. This is a call out post. You comment on many of my social media platforms saying that you should meet this person, you should work out with this person, you should collab with this person. It is simply impossible for me to do those things. I don't know who you're talking about. I have no access to these high profile bodybuilders or influencers. If you want somebody more popular than I am to work with me, you should talk to them first. There's no way for me to collaborate with somebody like that. Emoji spamming is your internet love language. I know, I literally can't change it, and I don't know why it's like that. It's really annoying. I have looked all over and there's no settings for it. What's up, Savar? Welcome in. Yeah, so a little bit of a different camera angle today, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I kind of like moved my stuff off to one side of the desk instead of like straight in the middle. So you see a little bit more of the cable machine, which is, you know, neither here nor there because I'm not working out on stream. I got new headphones because the other ones are very uncomfortable for me. These are actually like very cheap, but I feel like I like them better. I do wish maybe I should like move it up and then lower it a little so you can see more of my body, or I could just step back. I don't know. Hey, Knight, welcome in. Yeah, I did not ask in the Discord if anybody had anything specific they wanted to talk about, but I did kind of want to do a little bit of a check-in about where I'm at with my fat loss. Hey, Sweet Lou, how are you today? Well, I mean, I saw you earlier. Actually, you're probably not even doing that great, I'll be honest. We know what's up, but welcome in. Yeah, I did kind of want to do that. So I don't know if I've really mentioned it, but I've been a long time MyFitnessPal user, but I decided to try out Macro Factor. Allergies are killing you. Have you thought about doing allergy medication, bro? I mean, I definitely have developed allergies as I get older, and I have not yet committed to taking allergy medication on a daily basis, but it could really improve your what's the word? Not way of life. It could improve your quality of life. Right now, I feel like for myself, it's not really worth it because I just get like kind of a runny, stuffy nose. But I did take it when I was on vacation. You do get a nasal spray over the counter, but you never remember to use it. You should set yourself up an alarm. Or this is like, I don't know if this is not a pro tip. This is not my specific pro tip, but attaching a new habit to something that you already do every day is a great way to like work that habit into your routine, right? So for me, like I have like a handful of pills and supplements that I take every day, and for a long time I was not very good about doing it, but I find that if I put all of my stuff in like one place, like I literally set it up for the entire month in like a big like craft container, but I just put all my pills in it. And then I take my pills every morning with my coffee. I'm definitely gonna have my coffee every morning because like I need it to live, not really, but I take coffee. I have coffee every morning, so I just make myself take my pills with my coffee. Yeah. Can't be bothered with that? You're kidding, yeah. To finish your exercise when you bulk and cut, for me, it's not that much different. It's just less weight because I'm not feeling as strong. You haven't been in a stream in a long time. Did I get bigger? I mean, I was in a bulk for a long time, so probably I did get bigger. And you flex your lower abs? I'm flexing them right now, bro. I'm flexing them right now. Yeah, so that's my trick. But it's like if you have a morning drink, just try to do your nasal spray with your morning drink. What's up, RKO? And that's been really helpful for me. But I mean, there's other things that I do. I'm doing well. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm using MacroFactor now, trying it out. It is a paid app. I think it was like $73 for an entire year. And you can use it to calculate your macros, which was the thing that I was interested in. I'm not sure what Dead by Dawn is specifically taking. I would assume it's an antihistamine nasal spray if it's for allergies. I mean, don't try to don't do them both at the same time. What's up, Ghostface Chilla? Yeah, I mean, I cut my hair a while ago, well before vacation. Definitely try to do that. Need to get a routine going. Just usually just do whatever in the morning. Yeah, I mean, if you don't already have a habit built in first thing in the morning, it's going to be even more difficult. Then it's like trying to do two habits at the same time. But I do think that an alarm is a good idea for some people, but it can get annoying. And if you're the kind of person that just like swipes off your alarm, it's probably not that helpful. Thank you, Mr. Oddity. Hey, Mopar. Yeah, so every week MacroFactor reassesses my calorie and macros. And the first week I came back from vacation, I didn't have any information in the app. It gave me about 1,900 calories. The next week it kept me about the same. And then this week it lowered me by 100 calories or so. So let's see, how can I look at this? I do find it's a little difficult for me to, I'm having a little bit of a hard time transitioning because I was on MyFitnessPal so long, but eventually I do find what I need to find. So now it has me on 1,780 calories a day. Yeah, look, I love sticky notes. I have a bunch of sticky notes over here that you can't see. I use sticky notes all the time. I mean, I write shit down manually. I have like a bunch of planners and journals. That stuff is like helpful for me. Like I use like a habit tracker in my journal where I like write down my habits and then I check it off every day. And that is helpful for me. But if you're not gonna look at it, it's probably not gonna be that helpful. Yeah, 1,780 calories, 149 protein, 59 fat, and 161 carbs. The past 2 weeks, I actually was having a really easy time hitting my macros or thereabouts. And even after the lowering it's not that difficult for me to hit it just because I know how to cook, you know? So little food. I mean, I'm not a huge person and I get very little activity. The actual volume of food that I'm eating is not that little. It's just the overall calorie intake is low. Never remember anything unless you physically write it down. Yeah, bro. Write it down. You need to get back into time to try out MacroFactor. I think, yeah, the only thing about MacroFactor is that like it is a paid app. You have to know that going in. Before I was using MyFitnessPal for free and I didn't pay for it ever, long time. So like if you're willing to pay for something, then I would say maybe you do want to try out MacroFactor. So this is my weight scale for the past, what is this? Since May 29th. This is how my weight is looking. And I am 2 pounds down from my initial weigh-in, but it's trending down for sure, but it's pretty slow. I think you can do monthly or yearly or 6 months maybe. What's up, Georgie? Good to see you. You missed it. It's not free. Macro Factor is not free. Oh, you can get a 2-week trial, and if you just want something to, if you just want something to track your food, you've never paid for an app before, you don't care about the premium features, then don't bother, just use MyFitnessPal free. But if you specifically want it to calculate your macros for you, to help you reach a goal, then so far it's been pretty good for me. You're looking for a replacement? Yeah. So for me, it was $73 to pay for a year. And of course, when you pay for more at one time, they give you a discount. Did I miss anything? Yeah. So for me, I wanted to try it out for this cut, and it seems like, gotta run. Okay, see you later, Savar. What does their premium version do? Is there a free version? Macro Factor, there is no free version. You can do a free 2-week trial, but the app is just the app. They don't have 2 different versions. It's not like MyFitnessPal in that way. There's only the entire app. And like I said, if you are looking for an app that is going to help you reach a weight loss or weight gain goal, I think it's pretty good. It has been pretty good for me so far. You can tell it your goals, you can tell it the time frame, you can tell it asks you a bunch of different questions. But if you simply want something for tracking what you eat, then I don't think it's worth it. The thing that makes it worth paying for is the fact that it will help you reach your goals. Looking leaner, you think so? I don't think that I do, but maybe I do. I did lose weight when I was on vacation, but I don't think it was necessarily in a good way. How long do I work out? People ask me this question a lot, and I think it is irrelevant, if I'm honest. Like, I can tell you, sometimes my workouts can be an hour or less, or sometimes my workouts can be up to 2 hours. But I really think that the amount of time that I spend working out is irrelevant to you. You should spend as much time working out as you need to get your workout in. And your workouts should be based on your fitness goals. You think the waist is looking leaner? It might also be because of the angle change. What's up, Urban Prince? How's the weather there? Extremely hot and sweaty. Do you work out before stream or just dress up? I just dress up. I dress up for stream. I don't even like dress like this when I work out off stream. No cap, 100%. I don't usually wear my nice workout clothes when I'm working out on my own. Also, this bra is like super uncomfortable. It's really tight. You can look at especially when I flex, like look how, I guess it's not as bad as I thought, but it feels like it's really digging and really hard. So yeah, Tuesday and Friday are my days off. So I do not work out on these days, but I do actually get a little bit more activity than usual on Tuesdays because I am working out. I mean, I am streaming and I'm kind of like moving around. Use creatine at all? You do off and on, and usually see quite a difference in your muscles when you're not using creatine versus when you're on it. I use creatine 365 days of the year. I always take creatine. There is no need for you to cycle creatine. You would see better performance results if you stayed on it all the time. But I would say that normally it would be hard for you to see the result. Like, you have to trust that it's working. It's hard to see specifically, oh, I got 1 extra rep because I started taking creatine. Like, you're not going to notice something like that. You just have to trust that it's working because of the science. The thing about creatine is that it increases your intramuscular water retention, or like the water in your muscles. So it might make you look fuller and it might make you gain weight. Usually when I'm on it, I'm up about 3 pounds, and if for some reason there's a time period when I don't take it, I lose about 3 pounds. I even take it when I'm on vacation. I literally take it with me on vacation, because for me, I go hard on vacation. You know, like when I go to Japan, I am walking like nonstop. I am fucked up. I take my collagen supplements, and I also take creatine with me to help with recovery. Rainy season for you. Just been a few days where it rains have been pretty heavy. Oof. Yeah. Do you skip the day on the leap year? No. Although you're confused how the person perceives the difference on or off, especially as they say it's better when off. So I would say probably dead by dawn means that their muscles are a little bit more visible. Notice that your muscles don't look as bulgy if you're off it for a month. Wait. I think I read that wrong. You see quite a difference in your muscles when you're using creatine versus when you're not. You usually notice that your muscles don't look as bulgy if you are off of it. Yeah, so most people when they are taking creatine will look a little bit more full, but hopefully not bloated, because it should be water retention throughout your entire body, if that makes sense. Forget, is your 9 to 5 in nutrition or another field? My day job is not at all related to fitness. Not even a little bit. Very lean except in your midsection, yeah. RKO. The link to the Discord is always in the description of every single video or live stream I have on YouTube. You can self-serve yourself Discord entry by just checking the description on any video or past live stream. As I mentioned, you checked that it was not showing up. The link was not showing up, or for some reason the link wasn't working. See, like, you can look at, should be a link in any video I've posted in the last year or so. You don't have to look it up. You can literally just look in the description of this live stream right now. But yeah, other things about my fat loss situation right now. I am down a little bit. I am feeling very tired, but that's not really unusual. I'm always really tired. My recovery is not so good, but I'm also, you know, I always thought I was a sandbagger. I always thought I was a sandbagger that didn't push myself very hard when I work out, but maybe I'm not, because I have been, well, even before vacation, when I started adding back in heavy workout sets, like, I've just been feeling like really fucked up, like really sore all the time, like consistently sore all the time, and it's not really fun. But it's not an egregious amount of soreness, because like it only lasts a couple days in that area. it's probably good that I have kind of like a spread out workout program. So I literally only work the same muscle groups twice a week, but it's like the ass end of twice a week. So, but maybe that's also why I'm pushing myself really hard. I don't know. Hard to say. Like I said, I always consider myself a sandbagger, but maybe I'm not. So I've been really sore a lot lately. The lower body pulling stuff is really killing me specifically. What's up, Acro? And I always go too hard on bench. 100p. Strength is definitely down, but it's definitely a combination of going on vacation and not working out for 2+ weeks and low calories. So, you know, it's hard to say if it's like specifically one or the other. I mean, it's probably not specifically one or the other. It is a combination of both. What else would I say about macro factor? I have a very difficult time, like, with all these like dashboards and menus. It's a lot of good information, but sometimes I'm just like, wait, where do I want to see? Like, what do I want to see? I'm not very good at specifically hitting my macros for the day. I'm definitely around or under my calorie intake, but usually I eat too much protein. Yeah, usually I eat too much protein. And mostly not enough fat, but still a good amount of fat. Still like, see, and it's hard to see that. Ooh, I could do better on the fat. I could do much better on the fat. It'd be hard. It's hard sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, what's the target for the fat? 59 grams. Usually I'm around 40. Oh, is this for today? Today so far I've already gotten 47 out of 59. Which is better than usual. Oh no, this was not for today. Sorry, this was not for today. Fat is so good. I mean, fat is also good for your health. I was looking at the wrong day. I've only gotten 12 out of my 59 fat for the day. So, started adding protein powder to your morning oatmeal and started to notice your muscles aching a little less and you're sweating a little less. Yeah, bro. Like, higher protein diet is really conducive to reducing muscle soreness when you work out. For me, personally and anecdotally, like, I notice a big difference in how I feel when I'm eating more protein, like well above the recommended amount. Yeah, but later we're having like Caesar salad and sausage, so I'm gonna get a lot of fat there, so I should be fine. Yep, I saw that you got into the Discord. It's because there's like not that much fat in my protein coffee situation. And I had some like old frozen ground beef that I was trying to use up, but it's like the low fat ground beef. I love Caesar. Like, Joey and I eat big ass salads like twice a week. You don't know how you got hacked? You were offline all day and didn't click any sus links or join any new or sus servers. Maybe they just somehow got your email and your password. What's the point or use for Discord? You had your 2-factor authenticator? Bro, I don't know then. Maybe it was somebody, no? Well, I guess somebody probably wouldn't have had access to your computer either. Grilled chicken or salmon Caesar? We get these chicken sausage with cheese from Costco that's so good. And that's usually what we eat, or with chicken thighs. What's up, bath salts? So, I mean, I don't know really how to explain it, Georgie. It's almost like a Facebook group, but you can have different channels with different topics, if that makes sense, instead of like having one central chat or one central page where people post. It's like you can have different channels. So in my Discord, you know, there's a general chat where we can just kind of like talk about whatever. There's a channel where people can specifically talk about fitness related things. There's a channel for dropping funny memes. But if you're not the kind of person that's chronically online, it maybe doesn't really make sense for you to be there or to use Discord. I think it's like, this is no tea, no shade. I think it's a little difficult for people that are a little bit older to kind of like understand the use case for Discord. But I also use it to have like online hangouts with my friends. Sometimes we watch movies together. Sometimes we just play games together. Sometimes we just sit in the same video call and don't talk and just, you know, do whatever. Rainy season, coal-fired corn cob is very popular. People rub the grilled cob with butter, lemon, salt, red chili. Oh, that sounds good. You're heavy social online. Yeah, it's like it's a community. So instead of like, so if you follow me on other social media platforms, it's like you see only the things that I post. But if you're in the Discord community, like you can post your own things for everybody to see. Like it is for posting, and it's also for like chatting directly with people. Yeah, I know I wasn't acknowledging him because we were talking, but yeah, I don't know. It's a little difficult to explain. You're welcome to come to the Discord community, and you're also welcome to fuck off anytime you want if you decide that it's not for you. Or yeah, it is kind of like a Facebook group, but it's like we have specific places where you talk about specific things. You know if that makes sense. And you know, like, it's not really all just about me. It's about, you know, the people that we see in chat every week, stuff like that. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of explaining this. I have tried to talk to other people who don't understand Discord about the benefits and about why Discord is great, and I don't think that they quite understand it either. Okay, well, I'm glad it made sense. I'll have to check it out later. So actually, I used to have an extra monitor, but I kind of like, I set it aside because I kind of want to just empty out this table a little bit. So it's going to be more difficult for me to like look at things off screen. So just keep that in mind. I will check it out later though. I will say that my Discord server specifically is very chill. There's not a lot going on in there. Because I had a different one and there was a lot of people in there from Twitch, and I like nerfed it, I deleted it, and the new one has a lot less people. And out of those people that are in there, not a lot of them post super regularly, which is totally okay. I don't feel some type of way about it. But yeah, I check it and I try to use it, but sometimes, like, you know, you have to keep in mind that it is like a public-ish space, and you have to curate what you're posting in there. So like sometimes I'm just like, this is something that I need to talk to my friends about, and this is something that's okay to post in a public place. What's up, Fit Foodie Cutie? So it's a good place to like put pictures of your pets. It's a good place to post pictures of your food. I've been putting a lot of my like diet meals in there with like the macros and like the ingredients. When I take videos of myself working out, a lot of times I'll post it in there too, just to be like, hey, this is what I did. Or like, you know, if you have like people need form checks, or people just want to post something cool that they did, it's a good place to do it in there. We do not have a toy and like a toy specific channel, but we could potentially make one. I personally just don't buy a lot of merch anymore, I guess, but I guess I did get stuff in Japan. How did they react when you guys got back from Japan? Oh, the cats have been super cuddly lately. Just had dinner and you're tired. I am feeling also tired, also sore, but fine, you know, all to be expected. I'm not super low calorie yet, and I also have not added in any like cardio or additional activity, which is something I could do to help facilitate weight loss, but I have not done that. I usually get less than 5,000 steps a day, but if I forced myself to get more, that would probably have a significant impact on my fat loss. Mother, why did you leave me? I know, they were like, they've been very cuddly. So, but they were totally fine. Those new feeders that Mopar recommended have been a game changer. They're so good. They were worth every single penny. You know, I didn't ask. So we have our friend's daughter. They have 3 daughters, but one is a very responsible teenager. She came over once a day and like gave the cats fresh food and water. Hey, Hotep. And, you know, we didn't ask her like how it went, but I assume it went pretty well. I think it's actually easier than what we were doing before. So yeah, and it seems like the cats, like Totoro goes and eats whenever he wants. He doesn't have to worry about Mafik eating his food. And even Mafik has kind of leveled out his eating habits, where he used to just eat everything at one time. Now it seems like he'll eat a little bit at night, he'll eat a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, and he's not like starving by the time it's evening the next day. So it's been like so good. And I'm so glad that you recommended those, because they have honestly, they've been awesome. And they transitioned to using them like instantaneously, because we were already using a feeder that was like robotic. The noise, nothing, the way that it opens, they had no issues with that. They literally started using it immediately. It's good. You think cardio is zapping your energy, also drop calories today, because not a lot of time. Yeah. Bought a pedometer smartwatch thingy to increase steps. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I watch a lot of Renaissance periodization, and in one of his videos, he talked about the best forms of cardio for people trying to lose weight. And his like top main suggestion was like just walking more, because it doesn't sap your energy as much as going for runs, less potential for injury. The only thing is that it takes up a lot of time. So yeah, when I would say for myself in a couple weeks, I'm probably gonna focus on that as well. Yeah. Find any interesting looking plants you wanted to bring home? No, I didn't look for plants. Like specifically, I didn't look for plants because I didn't want to think about it. Saw the video, you try to walk about 1 mile a day. I'm not sure how much. It looks like I walk over 1 mile a day. So I have a very simple fitness tracker. I'm not sure if you can see what it says on here. Maybe if I take it off. Yeah, so this, shit. This one keeps track of my steps and it's like a watch. So I just look at my steps, and it's connected to an app. So that's how I know that I get less than 5,000 steps a day. But if I honestly, what I do plan to do in a couple weeks is I will probably like 3 times a week try to get over 10,000 steps a day. And then if I have to go to 5 times a week, I'll do that later on. And then if I have to go every single day later on, I'll do that as well. People would walk more if stuff were closer to where they live. Third places are basically dead, especially where I live. Keep trying for 10K steps, but you never felt even close to it. What's up, Quagmire? Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, when I walk, I don't usually walk to a specific place. I just walk around my neighborhood. And I certainly understand that depending on where you live, that's not possible. You know, and it is what it is. You have to figure out another way that you can get those steps in. So if you're going to a commercial gym, you can step on the treadmill. Honestly, if you live in like an apartment building, you might consider just walking up and down the staircases or taking the staircase instead of the elevator if that's possible for you. Yeah, stuff like that. Nice username, Quagmire, with a matching picture too. So I actually Googled about how long you need to walk in order to get 10K steps. I actually looked up 5K. So usually if you walk for 30 minutes with like a good speed, you can get about 5,000 steps in. And I do think that's true, because when I was cutting like 2 times ago, I would go for walks for about 30 minutes and I would be getting about 10,000 steps a day. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. I would also say, if possible, walk organically. I don't know if that's the right word, but not on a treadmill, because the treadmill takes away some of the difficulty of it. So if possible, just like go walk around outside, even just walk around your house. Like I could just walk around my house. I just don't, but I could literally just walk in circles. It's good timing to cut since the weather's going to be nicer. I don't want to be out in the sun though. So I usually walk at night, but I also live in a neighborhood where I feel safe to walk at night. It's recommended to walk 10K steps a day. I mean, I don't specifically know what the recommendation is. 10K steps a day sounds right, but I mean, it's also recommended that you get, you know, however many servings of vegetables. It's also recommended that you get, you know, however much water a day. You know, we have to be realistic with our expectations of what we're gonna do. Yeah. I mean, if you are, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Dead by Dawn. I don't love spending time adding extra activity to my life in order to lose weight, but it's something I'm willing to do if I have a specific goal in mind. It takes time, it's annoying. I also have a 9-to-5 job. I'm also the person in the household that goes and buys groceries. I'm also the person in the household that cooks most of the meals. I also have 2 cats to take care of. I have friends that I want to hang out with. I have TV shows that I want to watch, and it is what it is. Yeah, it's hard, but if you have a specific goal in mind and that's what you need to do, like sometimes you just gotta like make yourself do it. And like keep in mind that most of the time these things are not permanent. It's not like a permanent fixture in your life. It can be a phase in your life where you're doing this to reach a specific goals. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on your priorities. So if your priority is relaxing, playing video games, watching TV, chilling out after work, that's your priority. If your priority is to get in more activity to facilitate fat loss, then you're gonna spend the time to do that if that's what you have to do. You know, and I'm not trying to single you out or be an asshole or like, you know, but this is something like for everybody. When you have a priority, you need to do what it takes to reach that goal. Don't know the name of those shoes, but they're barefoot that has a thin bottom, like toe sauce. I have not used them specifically. I personally do not like to walk for long periods of time in shoes with a really thin, flat sole. My feet are very arched and they hurt really bad after however long walking. If it's like, I can't even wear Converse like out. I wear them when I work out, but I can't wear them walking around because it hurts my feet too bad. And my feet are very narrow also. So usually those kind of barefoot shoes don't fit my toes, but some people like them. I don't know. I have no experience using them, and those, like I said, those kind of shoes don't really fit me. He'll easily walk after work for 30 minutes, especially since the sun is staying up longer in the summer. Yeah, and it's normal to going through phases. You're a slug and not very active for long periods of time when you get sick of the way you look after a while and then you switch it up. Exactly. That's how I am as well. So like, honestly, I really do not like being in a calorie deficit. I'm gonna complain about it all the time. I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be hangry, but like, I want to get down to a lower body fat percentage. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the thing, you know? So basically, because my arch is high, I kind of like walk, oh shit. Like when I walk, it's very much on like the outside of my foot. There's less surface of my foot touching the floor. So I think that's one of the reasons why my feet hurt so bad so easily. So when I have shoes that are more padded, that have more support in the arch, I can better like have more weight distribution, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. You just wear barefoot shoes only if there are hazards around like needles and stuff, but you do walk actually barefoot on the regular. Yeah, I mean, when I'm around the house, I just have like slippers, but I'm not walking that much. Yeah, cutting is not fun. Hate to see it, but we're gonna be shredded as fuck. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. So like when I go on vacation, I wear really, really, really padded sneakers, really soft, squishy sneakers, because that's what feels good for me. But everybody's gonna be a little different. I think that I have maybe an uncommon foot shape because I've been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram about people are like, don't wear these kind of shoes because they're gonna fuck up your feet. And I'm like, oh, but those shoes actually look like they would fit me really well. You know, like people say Converse are not good for your feet because of how narrow they are, but like my feet in the Converse, I have a lot of space. Like I can spread my toes inside of the Converse because my feet are narrow. That's why people pay for my feet pics. That is not a JK. You have some weird thing you need to get soles that has like an arch. Yeah. So there was one time that I tried to buy, they weren't the toe shoes, but they were barefoot shoes that had a really thin sole. I bought them and they didn't fit me. Are they talking about actual foot shaped shoes? I think she's talking about, yeah, the shoes that look like the shape of a foot that have like the separated toes. But I bought some that looked like those, but the toes weren't separated, but like it was more normal foot shape, but I don't have that foot shape. Hell yeah. People really do be paying for feet pics, and I'm just like, okay, if you want them. That's true. Some do look more like feet than others. The 5-finger shoes. You hate those? Did you try them and you didn't like them? My toes don't fit in them because this is my big toe and my second toe is like way longer than the big toe. So if the shoe is kind of like this shaped, my foot doesn't fit. That's what happened when I tried to buy barefoot shoes. I measured to the length of my foot, but it was to my second toe, not to my big toe. So when I put them on, there was a lot of space in between the end of the shoe and my big toe, and then my second toe was really squished up. Hey, Twee, happy Tuesday. Apparently at first your feet hurt in them because you're using different muscles to walk. Really? Your toes are like that too? Yeah, you have like I don't even know what this shape is. It's like this shaped. But it was literally smashing my toe. It was literally smashing my toe. You just don't like how they look. You thought about it, but you just walk the dogs barefoot and get the calluses. Just be careful you don't step on anything. What else was I gonna... Oh, I just wanted to mention that I'm not going to Otakon. I know I posted on Instagram about a photographer friend of mine that is going to Otakon. I do not go to Otakon. I will not be there. Don't try to find me, because you won't. You don't need your feet to be pretty. The thing about, for me though, is like, I don't necessarily think that everybody needs to have pretty feet, but I don't like Joey has this one foot that's so crusty and he hates putting lotion on it. And I'm just like, it's so crusty, bro. Please lotion it. And he's like, it feels weird. And I'm like, I lotion my feet too and it feels weird, but I do it anyways. What's up, Ryan? How are you? It's just like, you know, when your foot is dry, you get cracks and then it's bleeding and then you might get an infection and then you might get toe rot. You know, there's like a whole situation. Whereas if you just keep it supple, less likely. You know, it's like when you have really dry hands, you get paper cuts really easily because the shit's dry. But like when you have soft, moist hands, they like, it just like doesn't like, it hits different. I think that people, if you have dry feet, I think that you should moisturize them. But if you don't have any issues with dry feet, then you don't have to extraneously moisturize them. Your uncle visited Vietnam and he brought some toe socks to all the relatives. Joey would not get a pedicure. You know, I've tried to wear toe socks before, but it makes my feet really cold because like my toes can't warm each other up. The only thing you do is you take a callus remover so it doesn't rip your thin socks. I mean, that's better than nothing, I guess. I should not have worn this bra. It's killing me. You had your annual blood test this morning and you're high cholesterol. I mean, I think that's pretty common. Are you gonna try to do something with your diet, or are you gonna go with the cholesterol medicine? Agro has dry flaky feet for a while and he stopped eating eggs last week and it cleared up and back to normal. Agro and his food situation. It's wild. I wonder if he well, no. Gonna see an allergist, that's a good idea. I know that, I mean, I definitely probably have like some food intolerances, but I just say fuck it because I like to eat. But obviously it's not nearly as bad as his, so I can get away with it, you know. You're definitely doing something with your diet. Cool, cool, cool. I think my dad has cholesterol issues, maybe. take some medication for it. No, my dad straight up has diabetes. He's a sensitive boy, yeah. Last time I got blood work, I think I had high blood pressure. But there's a lot of things that could cause that probably are not really an issue right now. I hope this isn't rude, but could you see the abs you got right now? You know what you can do is actually go to the link in my description. It says all my socials, and you can find a link to a platform where you can see every ab that I've got. So how about you do that? It is pretty rude to come to somebody's stream and be like, hey, can I see this body part for my own viewing pleasure when they're not specifically showing that body part already. A lot of stories about people getting fired for working multiple remote jobs are overemployed. If they don't want people working multiple jobs, then why don't they pay people more? I'm not sure. I have a remote job that pays me very well, so I would not try to work 2 jobs concurrently. I don't think that I could do my job while also doing another job at the same time. But I would think that if somebody gets fired, it's because they're not able to perform their work tasks adequately because they have multiple jobs, and not necessarily because they're not allowed to have multiple jobs. And, you know, it's very unfortunate if they are not making a living wage at the job that they're doing. But getting yourself fired because you can't do the thing is probably detrimental to your overall gross income, if that makes sense. So, I mean, I understand it's a hard situation, but yeah, sometimes it's like a cost reward benefit, you know? It might get to the point where you're getting fired from so many of these like employers that you're having a hard time getting a new job, and then you get to the point where you have to go get a job at an IRO place. Maybe they're using employer provided equipment to do work for somebody else. You know, your work is strict about that. I would say my work is strict about that as well. I don't use my work laptop for any personal stuff. Most of them is because they keep slipping and not making the deadlines. Yeah, so that's really unfortunate, but losing your job because you're trying to do too much doesn't look good on your resume, bruh. You know? That to always say on the subreddit to use different computers for each job. You gotta head out, Mr. Oddity. Okay, see you later. Yeah, I have my work computer that is provided to me by work, that work paid for and sent to me, and I have to be on a specific VPN for privacy reasons, and I have all my specific work equipment that I use separately from my personal equipment, even though they're on the same desk. It's literally like this. But my priority is my personal computer, and the work stuff is off to the side a little bit. But yeah, it's just like a very unfortunate situation. But sometimes you really have to like think about your life decisions as well. I'm glad I'm not in a situation like that, but I do know people that have to work multiple jobs to make ends meet, and it's not a good time. But I don't know anybody that tries to work them concurrently. That's how you have your set up too. Yeah, bruh. You know, I have like 3 monitors for my personal desk, and then off to the side I have this like dinky laptop with like another monitor on top of it that's like kind of dinky as well, kind of old, doesn't work so well. I read that you never install work software on personal computers. Monitor priority, that's what I'm saying, man. I think that it's also some companies do not provide. Sometimes, yeah, some companies do not provide equipment for their employees, and you would have to install it on your personal computer. But I think that like that's really sus, and I don't like that. Like, if I had the kind of job where I needed to use the phone a lot, I would not like, I would make them pay for part of my phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my personal item. You know, if you're not gonna pay for me to have a new phone, like, you have to pay for part of my phone bill. And actually my job does pay for part of my internet. And it's not even half of my internet bill, but they pay for part of it. Yeah, sometimes they tell you have to use your personal stuff. Hey, Spenzo. Some people just want extra money and are greedy. Yeah, which, I mean, I can understand that, because who doesn't want more money? But sometimes you gotta make better decisions. That's why I've been stacking a bunch of cheap computers for that reason. Plan after that job is done, you're gonna wipe it. Yeah. It's not very, it's maybe like a third of my internet bill, but any amount helps, you know what I'm saying? So the majority of my company, or not my company, the subset of my company that I work for is work from home. So they have a really good like work from home policy where they help pay for internet, co-working spaces, and like equipment, and they send you stuff, you know, when you sign up, and they also upgrade you every few years. You can like request a new laptop and stuff like that. Yeah, but you know, if I quit or if I lose my job, I have to send it back. Some companies here used to provide internet or electric allowances during COVID. They all stopped. Damn. Doing school and lurking. Thank you, Hyper. Yeah. So my stuff was all work from home prior to COVID. So I think that's why we still have that. They give us like also like $200 a year in case we need to buy more stuff to work from home with. I thought about getting a standing desk, like using that to get a standing desk, but I don't think that I will stand. So I think it's a waste of money. Because $200 is not enough to pay for an entire standing desk. So it's not even enough to pay for like a nice office chair. Which I also kind of need, but I also like my office chair. It's just old. Also trying to use your standing desk from time to time just because you got it recently. I don't think I can work and stand at the same time. I just don't like standing either. I don't know. I'm still think-thonking about it. I would also need like a huge desk, which would be like super expensive, because I got like 4 monitors, a laptop, 2 keyboards, and I keep the tower on my desk. But I guess that doesn't necessarily need to go on the desk, but I feel like it's sketchy to put it on the floor. Work and do squats at the same time. That's when all the tax credits and welfare expire. Oh. What's up, Cotes? You know, I don't know how to pronounce that. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, they started pushing back to the office, so they cut off any facility for remote work. Yeah. That's why it's good that, like jackets. That didn't help. I know, yeah, I know it's Jome. But it's like, I try to say people's name as it shows up in the chat because otherwise people might not know who I'm talking to. I still can't work up the courage to say Mopar's name because I'm worried about pronouncing it wrong, and it makes me feel really shitty to pronounce people's names wrong. But eventually, just Coates. So why didn't you just say Coates? Why didn't you just say Coates? It's got the ES in it. Are you going to, well, actually I don't want to dox you. I am not going to Otakon. If other people are going to Otakon, I hope they have a good time. What's up, Lazy Engineer? Good to see you. I'm really sore. I'm doing okay. I'm looking forward to salad and sausage for dinner. It's gonna be a good dinner. I went to Otakon in DC one time and I hated it. I do not plan to go back. Next thing I list is Station Unity. What's that? Oh, it's spelled Otakon. It is the biggest anime convention on the East Coast of the US. Actually, I don't know, is Anime NYC bigger than Otakon now? But yeah, it's in DC. No, you don't have to apologize. You wouldn't, why would you know? You're not even, you don't live in the US. How would you know? How would you know? You wouldn't know. Basically, yeah, it's just an anime convention in DC. No hot girl soup. Usually I have my hot girl soup for lunch. Because Joey doesn't necessarily like hot girl soup as much as me. So, salad for dinner. Although I kind of had salad for lunch too. That's okay, I can double salad. I'm getting so much fiber, bro. I'm gonna be gassy as fuck. It's okay. Can't even find a throwaway job right now, which is all you can get because you hate doing interviews, and then those jobs are starting to do interviews. I don't know what to say to that, Hotep. Gassy for the stretch. So, a lot of times for lunch, I will make soup to fill me up. It'll be a really large bowl of soup. But really low calories because usually it's like lean protein and vegetables, maybe tofu, and maybe egg. And it's just in a lot of broth. Acro said, hell yeah to your gassy comment. Of course he did. So I like to say it's hot girl soup for anybody because anybody can make a soup like this. And it's, for me, it's tasty, it's filling, it's low calorie, it's high protein, and it's pretty easy to put together, and it helps you use up stuff that you have in the fridge. Although I do specifically buy stuff for it. Extra gassy lunch for everyone. Yeah, bro. I like people say they get like the protein farts or whatever. When I eat, excuse me, when I eat a lot of vegetables, that's when I'm farting it up. Yeah, so usually what I do is my most made hot girl soup, I usually will chop up some garlic, ginger, scallion, put it in the pan, shiitake mushrooms and Napa cabbage, maybe onions, tomato, and I'll just like kind of stir fry that for a couple minutes, and then I'll dump in like 2 cups of broth or more, sometimes more if I'm like really hungry. I want to feel really full. 2 cups of broth, and then whatever protein. and just let that simmer for a few minutes. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll whisk up an egg or two and I'll do like an egg drop situation. Or I might chop up some tofu into cubes and put that in there. I like the texture of tofu. Usually my broth is like chicken broth, and then I'll add soy sauce or fish sauce, chili sauce, and lime juice or lemon juice. Veggie farts are way worse than protein for you. Yeah, I don't really get protein farts. Maybe my body is too used to high protein. It's always the veggies. But yeah, I usually get the silken tofu. That's kind of my preference for soup. Let's see, do I have a picture of hot girl soup? So this was a recent hot girl soup. What do I have in it? Has egg, mushroom, cabbage, shrimp, tofu. Yeah, it's good. You make your own broth and you try to master making seafood broth for pho. I thought pho had beef broth. Do you eat kimchi? I have not been eating a lot of kimchi lately, but I do like kimchi. I think I'm almost out. Kimchi is very flavorful and low calorie. Yeah, bro, the soup is super filling. Also lately, this is some congee, which is kind of like, this one had been sitting in the rice cooker for too long, so it's really thick, but making like a rice soup is also really filling. You just like, when you're cooking your rice, you can use like twice as much water as usual, and instead of using plain water, use broth, and that'll make it taste better. But it's like a lot of, it's like the same amount of calories in rice, but like twice as much. So good, but you can't find silken tofu anywhere right now. Like one online shop that has it in your country and it's always sold out. That's super annoying. RIP. Yeah, I much prefer silken tofu for soup. I think it's much nicer. Acro would fart up a storm if you ate veggies on the regular, so that's not allowed either? Oh my god. You really want a protein and you add some edamame pasta? For sure. But I'm way over my protein intake, to be honest. I'm easy peasy hitting my protein intake. I actually probably need to bring it down so I have more room for other stuff. Because I have like my protein shake in the morning, my protein coffee has like 50 grams of protein in it. So that's like a third of my protein for the day. And then, yeah, I easy hit my protein goals. Salad unless you're gonna be a friend during the cut. Yeah, for sure, 100p. I made a really good bean salad the other day and I thought it was gonna be crazy calories because, you know, like an entire can of beans is like 300 something calories, but it ended up being not that bad because it had protein. Beans have a little bit of protein, and I put a little bit of chicken in it, and then it was just veggies. It was really good. It was really filling too. It was like a really big bowl of beans. Seafood broth is like taking shrimp shells and a mirepoix and then boiling it until it changes. Hell yeah. Silken tofu is pachamim. I don't know what the pachamim is. You like firm tofu for soup? Yeah, I think everybody has like different tastes. I do like firm tofu, but usually I like firm tofu with sauce or simmered. Is that the right word? Like in soy sauce? Like a soy sauce situation? Yeah. Bean salad. Look, if you want some low calorie, high protein food inspo, you should definitely come to the Discord because I've been putting stuff in the terrible recipes where I put like a picture of the food and like a screenshot of the ingredients. I'll put it in the terrible recipes channel. So that's a good place to look for some stuff. The bean salad was so good, but if you don't like vinegar, you probably wouldn't like it, because I'm on a cut. It's a little difficult for me to put extraneous olive oil into stuff, so it was just like straight vinegar, but I like that. Saw a video where this Western chef shredded tofu into small, uneven pieces, and the Asian chef was devastated and angry because tofu should be kept in a cube in slice form. I mean, I don't know what country this Asian chef was from, but in Korea, take this with a grain of salt. This is what I have seen on the internet. I am half Korean, but I am culturally 100% American. And I've never been to Korea, but I have seen in YouTube videos Korean people taking tofu and mashing it up, adding other ingredients, and making like a patty out of it. Usually mash it up, make it a patty, and then put it in egg and then fry it. So there are cases in Asia where they don't use it as a cube. Yeah. Sure, it's an aesthetic preference. I'm not sure why somebody would shred tofu into small, uneven pieces and eat it like that. Actually, you know what? Some vegan and vegetarian people will use tofu as like an egg substitute. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a scrambled tofu as an egg substitute, which I don't really see, but I think that's like my own bias, is I don't see tofu as like a substitute for other stuff. I see tofu as its own food, where a lot of people see tofu as like a meat substitute. For me, it's just another food. But I could see like slightly mashed up tofu with maybe like you cook it with kimchi and maybe other vegetables. I think that would be a really good way to scramble it. Like, I wouldn't see that as a egg substitute. That's like a totally different thing. You had vegan cheese and you prefer that over regular cheese. I've actually never tried vegan cheese, but I'm not sure that I would prefer it. Maybe I would be like, it has some use cases, but I don't think I would prefer it. What's the macros on vegan cheese? Does it have a lot of protein? What's it made of? God, this bra is killing me. Also, my glutes are super sore. I love cheese. Yeah, I have not been going hard on my lower body pull day, so the day where I do like glutes and hamstrings, and it's been killing me either way. I did just like RDLs with the 135 and I was brutalized. You never had vegan cheese? You're not a fan? You tried to make a grilled cheese out of the brand you bought. It did not work out. Not sure, but most of them are made out of some type of nut. Interesting. Yeah, I think it would not really be worth it to me, even if it tasted good, if the macros were not good. Because, like, cheese has an amount of protein in it, you know what I'm saying? Because it comes from dairy products. It is a dairy product. Not that it comes from. I need chapstick. I'm so close to finishing this chapstick, y'all. That's it. That's all I have left. I've been so good about using up chapstick this year. I've gone through a lot. Yeah. We've been watching One Piece again. We are around episode 1020. We also watched Godzilla -1 last night. It was pretty good. I was surprised. The main guy in Godzilla -1 was also in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 live action movie. He was Koichi in that movie. I was like, damn, he looks way older now. But it also could have just been they tried to make him look older because he was like a grizzled war veteran, sort of. It's pretty good. I felt like it was slow in the beginning. Yeah, I mostly liked it, I would say. It was like a little slow in the beginning, and then it like had the action. Had a relatively nice ending, which is not always the case in Asian movies. Just check vegan cheese. You have is 60 calories, 4 fat, 4 carbs, and 0 protein. That's a no for me, dog. No protein. That's a no for me. Does it melt? Wait, you said it didn't work in grilled cheese very well. That's a no for me, dog. I would rather get like the really not great low fat cheese slices that are like 45 calories and some amount of protein. Oh, did I also mention, I didn't mention it. I got, well, I got my Botox redone. So I can't wrinkle myself. I keep seeing, I think it, you know, our feeds are curated on social media, of course. I see a lot of stuff about like cosmetic procedures and plastic surgery because I get cosmetic procedures. To see Furiosa in theaters, and you would recommend a good action, good effects story, and pretty sassy women fighting in the desert. I keep forgetting. I do want to see that. I don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters, though. I'll probably wait for streaming services, but I do want to see that. But yeah. I keep seeing stuff on Instagram about how like Botox is a scam, or people dissolving their facial fillers or whatever. And I just keep thinking to myself that I think y'all have had maybe practitioners who like are doing more than you need, or maybe you're pushing them to do more than they would normally give somebody. Is Mega worth it to see it in theaters? Yeah, I have seen Fury Road, although it was a few years ago. You bought it because you had a guest who came over who was vegan for a cookout you hosted. Yeah, they starting to say could be dangerous in the future and whatnot for Botox. I mean, the thing that I am seeing is that people are like, oh, I used to get, you know, Botox every couple months for this many years, and then I stopped doing this, and all of a sudden I look completely different. And it's just like, the one post I'm specifically thinking about, she said that like my face was really droopy and blah blah blah. But the thing is that like if you get too much Botox, it relaxes the muscles so much that your features fall. But if you're getting an appropriate amount, all it does is keeping you from making really, really harsh lines when you emote. Oh, it's because many 20-somethings are abusing it even younger. Yeah, that's really sad. I didn't start getting it until I was in my 30s. And they really don't give me a lot. Like, you can still see that I can still move my eyebrows and stuff. The most noticeable thing for me is that my eyebrows don't come in that far anymore. But like when I do this, there's not a lot of difference in how high I can bring my eyebrows up. But yeah, if you get way too much, it makes it so that like everything in your face kind of like droops a little bit because it like can't move. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're doing too much or you have somebody doing it for you that's putting more than you need, you're gonna look kind of funny. Like, and for me, like they don't put it at the corners of my eyes because like I don't have wrinkles there. You're actually consider trying it more and more, probably gonna get the curse soon. I would tell you, like, if possible, get it done at like a doctor's office. So the place I go to is a dermatology doctor's office that has an aesthetic doctor as well, or it has like an aesthetic procedures portion of it. I don't go to any old place. And you know, when I tell them what I want, I'm like, yeah, exactly, a clinic, not just like not like a beauty salon that happens to have a nurse on hand. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I go, I tell them like, I want to look the same for as long as possible. I don't want to look any different. I just want to maintain what I have. And so they put very little. You don't think you have those here? I feel like in the US they have places that are not like medical facilities where they will do like Botox and stuff for you. Yeah, not officially anyways. You were in town and you saw these young girls that were like 14, 16 talking about seriously wanting a BBL and you were a little shocked. That's concerning. But yeah, I don't know what to say. What's up, TNT? I did this time. Okay, so the other stuff that I have gotten is Sculptra in this part of my face. So kind of like here. So Sculptra is supposed to help you keep the fullness in your face. I was really noticing that I was starting to look really like this. And if you want to kind of like have more youthful features, having like really chiseled cheekbones is not the way to go. You want to have like kind of a fuller looking face. And personally for me as well, and this is not knocking anybody that has like really sharp cheekbones or anything, but like I like it when my face looks fuller. I like my body when I look really lean, but I like my face when I'm heavier because I think I look cuter with like a fuller face. So that's what I got the Sculptra for. It's supposed to help keep you from losing fullness in that area. But this last time I went to get the Botox, I also got a little bit of filler. So the doctor put some filler in this cheekbone. I felt like it looked really bad like the day of, but now I think it's not noticeable. So it was to, no, is this the one she put it in? Now I can't remember. I don't know. To even out my cheekbones. I don't know. Can you tell? I can't see on this direction. I don't know. Well, anyways, she put a little bit in one of my cheekbones to like even them out a little bit. And then she put a little bit of filler like in my under eye because I have like, you can still see it a little bit because she didn't put a lot. I don't like this bag right here. Like the color doesn't bother me, but like I don't like when this is visible. So she put a little bit in there. Very conservative. Trying to get plastic surgery fix how you look. Turns out that getting implants might change the way your face looks. Getting lipo and loose skin removal. Yeah. When you were hundreds, I looked way too gaunt in the face. You don't remember? Then you looked fine. Thank you, Andre. I mean, the thing is that like, in general, I do like the way I look, but there are some small things that I would like a little bit of help with. So for me, it's like this under eye shadow situation that I don't love so much, but I don't want to look any different. Like some people want to like completely change the way they look, and like that's not me. I just want to look my same self for as long as possible. Oh, I'm also wearing a lot of makeup though. I specifically felt like today my makeup was very cakey, but I also, is this the side that I got it on? Oh yeah, you can kind of see it even through my makeup. This is the side where I got the filler because I have a really bad bruise here that I wanted to cover up. And my eyebrows are tattooed on also. Like the Starlight actress? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, my eyebrows are tattooed on. They always look like this, basically. But actually, I got them redone a couple months ago. And she changed up the shape a little bit, and I actually like them much better. I did like them before, but I like them much better now. I think they look a little bit more even. Oh, I didn't watch The Boys. Your upper left eyelid has ptosis. You might get Botox for it. What is ptosis? Think about getting cool sculpting because your love handles don't really go away until you're really low body fat. So I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not really educated on like the cool sculpting, but I don't necessarily think that it gets rid of the fat. I think maybe it just moves it around so it looks smoother, but I could be wrong. It's a drooping in the upper eyelid. Would Botox really help with that? I feel like Botox would make it more droopy. A lot of people who have like, I forget what it stands for, TMJ, where they have like a really tense jaw, will get Botox to help relax that. There's a YouTuber, well, she's a personal trainer and power lifter, but I found her on YouTube. She has really bad like jaw situation, like really tight, and she gets Botox for that. And she says it's helped a lot. Yeah, some people do get it for migraines. I don't really understand how it helps with migraines, but like Botox is not just for like cosmetic things. Also, I hope nobody is feeling some type of way about this conversation. I know that we are talking about like changing ourselves for aesthetic reasons, but I hope that if you are changing yourself for an aesthetic reason, you've thought really long and hard about getting cosmetic procedures. For bruxism, from tensing your jaw, you get migraines. Okay. Because I was thinking like, if the migraine is in your brain, you're not putting Botox in your mind, right? Not offended. Your body, your money, do what you wish, yeah. Your eye doctor was like, it's not a big deal. Well, this is the thing. I would tell people, right, if you have to be like realistic with yourself. I think that it's very, I don't know, I'm trying to think about how I want to put this. If there's something about yourself that you don't really like, and it's within your power and financial situation to change that thing, you should do that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like men getting hair transplants for their hairline. It's like, you know, somebody getting a breast augmentation. If it helps you to like what you see in the mirror more. I don't think there's anything wrong with spending money on that. But we all know the horror stories about people that take plastic surgery like a little too far. At the same time, it's your body and it's your money. But yeah, I don't think we should shame people for wanting to change things about themselves, you know? I started working out because I wanted to change the way I looked, you know? And in my opinion, working out for any reason is really, it's hard to have a bad reason for working out when it's something that is good for your health, unless you're taking it so far that it's bad for your health. According to the internet, Cool Sculpting uses a method called cryolipolysis, and it uses cool temperatures to freeze and destroy fat cells. Interesting. Okay. I thought it was literally just moving shit around. Obviously, I didn't know what I was talking about. That's interesting to know. Yeah, but I definitely feel like for me, as somebody that has like hooded eyes, you know, there's not a lot of space between my eye crease and my eyelashes. I think eventually I will want to like get that pulled up a little bit, because it's gonna get, you know, it's gonna droop more and more and more. But that's definitely not it's a long way away for me. But yeah, I mean, I know, I have a friend whose mom had eyelid surgery because her eyelid was drooping so badly that it was like painful. I was like, that's just crazy, bro. Of course you should get eyelid surgery for that. But yeah, people also need to be, I think sometimes people are a little bit unrealistic about like what cosmetic procedures can do for you as well. My eyebrow lady was telling me that she wanted to let go one of her clients because the client had really unrealistic expectations of like what her eyebrows would look like after getting them done, because she wanted like all this stuff, but realistically she had like a very uneven face, and it is simply impossible to make your eyebrows look exactly the same if you have an uneven face, and 99.99% of us have some unevenness. Like, I think generally speaking, my face is pretty symmetrical, but my eyebrows, like one side of my face is higher than the other. So you know, it'd be impossible. Even if you copied one eyebrow completely over to the other side, it's not gonna look the same because like the whole eye is higher up. But yeah, you just have to be like realistic about these things. And if you're like, well, I have one eye that's a little bit droopy and I want to get that fixed, you know, you could get surgery or you could get Botox or some kind of cosmetic procedure for it, but it might help, but it's unlikely that your eyes would ever be completely even no matter what you do. This man that had a breast reduction, he had like big man breasts because of the hormonal issue, a little overweight. It was affecting his health, mental health, and after surgery he was really, yeah, a lot of men that have, what's it, gynoclimax? How do you say it? Somebody put it in chat. The thing where dudes have like breast tissue. I cannot say the word off the top of my head because I really fucked it up really badly one time. Anyways, gyno. Yeah, gynecomastia. Yes, thank you. I said one time, you know this like thing in your neck? Like the muscle in your neck that goes like from here to here, which is, I don't even know. Anyways, I fucked up the word really hard one time and now I can't say it at all. Gynecomastia. Yeah, bro, that would definitely fuck up most dudes. I mean, even starting to lose your hair, even though most men know that they will lose their hair, still really fucked up. I can totally see why people would want to get like hair transplant surgery, because like you just like don't feel so good about yourself anymore. Not everybody looks good bald, like acro. A lot of women lose their hair too. It's really like, it's not something that I think, in my experience, hair loss for women is not really something that people talk about. You know, your mom doesn't talk to you about it. You don't see a lot of women, like you wouldn't really notice women with hair loss situations out in public. It's just not something that really like comes up, but it's something that a lot of women struggle with. Yeah, I mean, but you know, when you have children, a lot of women will lose a lot of hair. When I had surgery, when I had the hernia surgery, after surgery, I lost a ton of hair. And it's because, you know, your body was healing. My body was healing other stuff. It's usually, I think, probably the case with women that have children. But yeah, hair loss in women is not really something that gets talked about a lot, but it's something that a lot of women struggle with. I think also partially due to diet as well, because we have this like really, I would say probably in most countries, where we have this like, a lot of people are still trying to be like really skinny. People are always dieting, you know. When you're always in a calorie deficit, you're not eating a lot of protein, your hair is really gonna suffer. Your hair and your nails really suffers a lot. When I am in a calorie deficit, I notice way more hair in the drain after a shower, because my body is prioritizing other things. Other stuff and things. Was there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. Most people don't know about macronutrients, and they're important, especially when they're on diets. Yeah, a lot of people are just eating as little as possible. But, I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to educate people about these kind of things. And, you know, sometimes people will know about macros and tracking or things like that and still not want to do it for whatever reason. You know, they might be lazy, or it might be really bad for their mental health. So that person might end up going on a very restrictive diet anyways, even though they know about it. Yeah, if only somebody would teach these things in school, right? That's what I'm saying. But, you know, it's hard when you're a kid, even if you learn something in school, you don't necessarily have any power at home to make a change, you know? It would help if school lunches were more nutritious, or they had like a lesson around the lunches. But at the same time, not everybody buys a school lunch. But yeah. I definitely took a weightlifting and health class, maybe a nutrition class when I was in college. But even when I was in college, I didn't necessarily have a lot of control over the foods that were being eaten in my house. You know, I was still living with my parents, and then I was living with Joey and his grandparents, but his grandparents did all the cooking. We're talking about pizza is a vegetable. That's healthy. Yeah, man, don't talk to me about pizza right now, bro. I want a pizza so bad, bro. We watched a video. We've been watching a lot of Will Tennyson on YouTube, and he was talking. He did like a whole day of eating junk food, and he was like talking about how shitty he felt, and like he couldn't even finish a medium pizza. And I was like, this man is weak. I would devour that pizza in like 2 seconds. JK, no tea. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm actually doing really good with my cravings and stuff. Because I have this like fucked up protein shake coffee situation in the morning, I like don't want to eat sweet things the rest of the day. And I got these super good pickles at Costco. They taste like salt and vinegar chips, which shouldn't be that weird. Like you would think that salt and vinegar chips kind of taste like pickles because they're salty and vinegary. But they've kind of been like replacing my snacking cravings. Is pizza my ultimate craving? Hard to say. I think you hate yourself every time after. I never feel like that. I never feel fucked up. Like I would probably feel bad if I went off plan and ate like an entire pizza, but actually the way that my body feels, I do not feel bad when I eat junk food. Like I would have to eat junk food consistently for like a long time to feel like fucked up, like physically fucked up about it. But mentally different. But like usually I could eat like an entire, I get a large crispy thin crust pizza from Domino's and I can eat the whole thing in one go. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes I can eat the whole thing in one go. Depends on if I get wings or not, because sometimes I like wings. But yeah, I think right now, if I could have anything and it not affect my diet, it would either be pizza or it would be like an Italian sub, because I don't eat a lot of bread, but I like bread. Who doesn't like bread? When you get Taco Bell, it's almost always if you've been drinking, so the combo is really bad. I can see that. So I don't really drink alcohol, so the feeling eating alcohol really fucks me up, or drinking alcohol would definitely make me feel sick if I'm eating a ton on top of that. What's up, McWilden? How about pasta though? The thing is that I still eat a lot of noodles. I don't necessarily eat like spaghetti or like Alfredo pasta, but I eat a lot of like instant ramen still. So I have pasta cravings less. And honestly, it's not that difficult to fit some amount of like spaghetti with tomato sauce into my diet still, you know, because it just wouldn't be as much as I would want. But like tomato sauce is not like super high calorie, you know, usually pho or ramen depending. So at my local Korean grocery store, they have a lot of air dried instant ramen, and usually that's less than 400 calories, and I can still fit 400 calories into my plan easily. You know, just eat it with shrimp or eat it with chicken and I'm good to go. No, I drank the beers. I tried those beers. Stopped drinking a lot this summer. You love beer, so you've been doing non-alcoholic beers. I feel like that's such a waste. But I'm also not a beer drinker. Surprisingly, the Vite ramen is pretty good, but it's kind of pricey for instant ramen. Yeah. That's the reason I haven't tried it. I've seen it circulating, but I haven't tried it because it's expensive. Which is worse, candy or potato chips? Probably, so I think candy is probably less nutritious than potato chips, but it's hard to say which is worse because it depends on like your health situation. So if your health situation is such that salt is really bad for you, then potato chips is worse. But if your health situation is such that there's something going on with your blood sugar, then candy is probably the worst thing for you. But yeah, I would say candy is probably less nutritious than potato chips. That's how I like to think of things. I try to like get out of the mindset of food being bad, because I really do believe that you can fit just about anything into your diet in specific proportions, you know, or specific portions, right? So I don't like to think about food being bad for you. I like to think about the macros of the food. I like to think about the calories of the food. I don't think about, is it good or is it a bad food? Yeah, it's something I work on for myself, for a better relationship overall with the food that I'm eating, especially because sometimes I do struggle with my mental health when I am tracking calories for long periods of time. I've kind of talked about it before, but when I am tracking my calories and not trying to lose fat, I get like this weird feeling that, oh, this food is not worth it for you, or this food is not worth it for me because of how many calories or how much fat it has in it. So yeah, that's why I don't track my calories all year round. But yeah, I try to think about the nutritional content of food and how many calories food is compared to what the macros are, rather than if it's good or bad. Because I could totally eat chocolate even on my restricted calories. I had too many bags of chips yesterday because I had extra calories and I didn't need any more protein. And I had 2 tiny bags of potato chips. Actually, I had Funyuns and salt and vinegar chips. It was awesome. I had so many extra calories. But yeah, so if I thought to myself, oh, this thing is bad for me, probably I wouldn't have eaten it. But if I thought, oh, well, it's only 130 calories for this one little bag, that means I can have 2. Plus, I don't need any protein, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I ate it. Yeah. So that's why I've tried to change my mindset around food, how I think about food, stuff like that. You know, when I am on a diet and I have a day where I eat whatever I want, I don't call it a cheat day because I planned on this day to eat whatever I want. I call it an all-in day or eat whatever I want day. I don't call it a cheat day because that has such a negative connotation, and I don't want to have that feeling in my mind that I did something wrong when I planned to do that. You know, it might be a little bit different if I went off plan and I just ate whatever the heck I wanted because I felt really bad about something. I don't know. But yeah, I try not to think about something like that in a negative sort of way, because then it makes me feel bad about myself, and I don't want to feel bad about myself. I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel good about my decisions, and if I do make a bad decision, I try to like use it as a learning moment. So I know for myself that I have a really hard time going to restaurants and controlling what I eat. So when I am trying to lose fat, I specifically avoid going to restaurants because I know that about myself. I know that I have a really hard time going to fucking Olive Garden and getting a low calorie meal. If I go to Olive Garden, I want fucking lasagna and spaghetti, and I want a salad with as much cheese as possible. I want that dude to like grind cheese for like 20 minutes, okay? So like, yeah, when I'm trying to lose weight, I 100% avoid restaurants as much as possible because I know that's something that I have a really hard time controlling. And like, it's okay. I know that about myself and I work around it. If I do get food out, like I'll try to get Chipotle where the calories aren't crazy, but the food still tastes good and I can really pick and choose what I get in my bowl, or like Kava, which is kind of like Chipotle but Mediterranean, where I can easily calculate how many calories I'm eating, as opposed, and I can make less calorie dense food choices as opposed to like a place that only has a fucking pasta. Yeah. Like, I would feel so sad if I went to Olive Garden and all I ate was a bowl of minestrone soup and like grilled chicken with a side of vegetables. Like, that sounds awful to me. I would rather just not go at all. I love Kava. Kava's so good. I feel like I've turned on a few people to Kava because I was like, you should try it out. It's like if you like Chipotle, but you also enjoy Mediterranean, you should try Kava. I would rather have hot girl soup at home than go have a really sad meal at a restaurant, and then I gotta be there and other people are eating regular food and there's servers going by with cheese. The people behind us are like, drinking alcohol or whatever. So Kava is like semi-fast food. I don't know. I know they have it here on the East Coast. I know they have them on the West Coast. I don't know about the middle of the US, but it's kind of like Chipotle. Yeah, Mediterranean Chipotle. So basically they have like, I would say most people will get like the bowl, and you can choose like, do you want salad on the bottom? Do you want rice? Do you want a mixture? And then they have different toppings that you can choose from. So they like have chicken, lamb, meatballs, and then they have vegetables that you can choose from, and then they have sauces that you can choose from. So you can really like customize it. Yeah, and it's all like Mediterranean style. Office chairs are greater than gaming chairs. I feel like they are. I mean, I've never had a gaming chair, but like office chairs are specifically made for sitting in the office like 8 hours at a time. And like the good ones are usually insanely more expensive than gaming chairs. Office chairs are scientifically proven to be better than gaming chairs. Yeah, I believe it. But yeah, I really like Kava. Gaming chairs are designed for style first and ergonomics second. I believe it. They don't even look that comfortable to me, because like they have like this really high back. I feel like, is the thing in the right place? But the Herman Miller do be supporting you different. I was thinking about getting a new office chair, but they're so expensive. And the cats like tear our shit up. So I didn't know if it was worth it, but maybe that's what I should use my work from home $200 stipend on. You still never sat in a Herman Miller. It's like if nobody you knows has a Herman Miller, like where would you sit on one? I would be so worried to order a chair online though. I feel like I need to sit in it first. I wonder. You got an Aeron for 400. That's good. That's a good price. Yeah, they are insanely expensive, bruh. You got a refurbished model and it's great, bro. I love that for you. Yeah, I kind of hope. Okay, so in August, I have a work thing I had to go to New York for. So I kind of hope that they have good office chairs up there that I can try to see if I want to buy one. You can get a used car for the price of a Herman Miller chair. I thought they were really expensive. Yeah, I mean, Herman Millers are really expensive. I'm not gonna look it up. I can look on my phone. I have also heard good things about Steelcase. Oh my god, I have so many notifications. The thing about, you know what? Okay, wait. Don't give me fake shit. I would want to like try it. I want to try it. Getting them new is really expensive, yeah. I feel like my phone is so slow nowadays. My thing is, I like, gaming chairs. Herman Miller has gaming chairs, bro. Excuse me? Let's see, what does it look like? Do they look stupid? Less than $1,000. $900? Oh, some of them. Some are 2,000. Some are 900 and some are 2,000. Holy. Wait, did you get the Herman Miller Air? I keep wanting to say, it's not double A. The Aeron gaming chair? For 400, bro? Or is it a different Aeron? This shit is not loading. Aeron. I know, I keep wanting to say Aeron, bro. What's their warranty like? It's probably really good. The website's not really like loading for me. Oh, you got the office chair? It has to be like phenomenal if they're charging that much. I don't know, it's just not working for me, bruh. I'm sorry. Like the pictures won't. Damn, bro, the Aeron is 13 to 2,300. Yeah. You got it for 400, bro. That's a good ass deal. See, I don't know if I would like it. And they have different sizes. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, warranty. 12-year warranty. And apparently the warranty covers virtually everything, including electrical components, casters, pneumatic. I had a hard time, I had to think about that. Pneumatic cylinders, tilts, and all the moving mechanisms. You'll see a bunch of office closings, then people will usually list chairs on Facebook. Maybe I should check Facebook. You also got one for around $450 refurbished. Do they have refurbished here? Maybe I should check Facebook Marketplace. I'm so bad at that though. I'm so bad at Facebook Marketplacing. Yeah, so 12-year warranty seems pretty good to me. So, wait, let me think about it. $1,800. No, I don't want that. $1,800 for 12 years. What's that like? What's that per year? So if it lasts you for 12 years, you paid $150 a year for that chair. But it's like 10-year-old version, the newer one that is 5 years old design-wise. They had a newer, okay. I can't imagine that it's that much different though. Also, if I get it off of Facebook Marketplace, I could probably go and sit on it before buying it. It looks brand new. Nice. I mean, but if it's like specifically refurbished and not just used, I would expect it would look pretty good. $12.50 a month. $12.50 a month. You know, like when you think about it like that, it's not that crazy, but are you really gonna have it for like 12 years? Also, can you make the upfront cost? But yeah, you can buy it used, it'd be better, I think. Small difference, the handle switches, different headrest maybe. I think I'm about to end stream. Does anybody have any specific comments, questions, or concerns that are very pressing? Because I have to pee, but I also usually only go for like 2 hours anyways. If you didn't have cats, yeah. That's the thing, is like, that's why I don't get a new one, because they scratch up the chairs. It's like, if I paid like fucking $1,800 for a chair, I'd be really pissed if they scratched it up. No kitties. We still have kitties. Even if I'm not putting it out into the world, we will always have cats of some sort. I know, Mafik was down here earlier and then he fucked off. Full of hair and destroyed. They destroyed another chair already? Damn. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a wood... Wait. I don't think you did that right. I think it's how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I think you said it wrong. I'm really sore. I don't know how I feel about this camera angle. I might change it back. I feel like maybe it needs to be higher and pointing down more. I'm not sure. I don't like that you can see these lights in the background. I wish it cut off. But I brought down a different light situation because I was tired of the boxes. So, but this one's harder to get close to the thing. Also, this bra is killing me. I gotta get out of this thing. It's fucking me up real bad. It's the traps, bro. Do you see the traps? Look at that. Look at that. Owie. Okay. I'll be back next week. I don't think there should be anything. If you are a daddy, happy Father's Day this Sunday. I'm gonna go hang out with my dad this Sunday. Bye? Question mark? Yeah. In the description of this video, Okay. So I plan to put out a couple videos about the stuff that I bought in Japan and brought back first. Eventually I will make a food vlog. It's just gonna take me a really long time. I would not expect it for months. It's gonna take me a really long time. I just bit my tongue really hard. That hurt. I am really struggling to find the mental energy to do stuff for YouTube outside of the live streams. But I'm trying. I'm trying. And I have a lot of footage, but it's not great footage. So yeah, I want to do it. I plan to do it. It's just gonna take me a really long time. Coming out sometime this week, there's going to be a haul of all the stationery items I bought in Japan. And then after that is going to be all the cosmetics I brought back. And then there's also going to be a video about all the Gundams and Gundam related things I brought back. And then there will be a video showing you all the anime figures and stuff I brought back. So you can be on the lookout for those. They are more likely to come out before any sort of vlog. I'm just like wrestling with myself about this like vlog situation because I just did not do a very good job of getting footage. A lot of the footage I got, I think, is not super good, but I do want to do it anyways. And I think there is a lot of times that I thought that I was recording that I didn't record. So I think there's some missing stuff that I'm not sure what I'm going to do about. Any content is good content. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for saying that. I'm trying my best. But yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to do the thing. I'm second guessing myself a lot. It takes me a really long time to edit stuff. Man, you can really see those gray hairs right there. Holy. But yeah, so sometime this week there's gonna be a stationery haul. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I would have really loved to do a vlog of like shopping for anime stuff, but there was a lot of places that just don't allow filming, and a lot of the places were also like really busy and really packed, and I just felt really uncomfortable trying to take video. So I think the vlog is gonna just end up being whatever I got, and I'll probably end up voicing over. But I do think it will be good for people that go to Japan if they're looking for like places to eat, because I plan to like link the hell out of every place that I can for people. So it's just a lot of the footage is not that great because the places are really packed, and some places I didn't feel comfortable like filming myself because there's like people around me and stuff like that. But I did my best. I'm gonna do my best to put it all together in a way that's semi-coherent. Okay? Anyways, don't forget to be responsible for your own gains. Don't be a dick. And control your cock. I'll see you guys next week. I'll see you people next week. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you like my content, however chaotic it is, consider subscribing here. You can follow... I fucked that up. Let me start over. You can subscribe here if you haven't already. I would super appreciate it. Thank you so much. here is what the algorithm has recommended for you. Go check out this video if you're looking for something else to watch. If you want to see the playlist of all the past live streams, you can do so right here. There's a whole bunch of them where we just talk about whatever the fuck. See ya. Bye.